day. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. Jackson and the New York Giants versus Jimmy Garoppolo and the Philadelphia Eagles.
We're across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up second and
the numbers for him from a week ago. 7 catches, 94 yards, and a score.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
second down.
The decision that time was to keep it, and not a great one. Once he got out right with the football, there was just nowhere to go.
And I felt bad for his offensive line there because their job is to create creases, right? Create openings. But if those defenders keep their shoulders square to the line of scrimmage and refuse to be budged.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
Pass him it is.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, it all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And that will be incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by a former most valuable player in the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jackson. This ball complete to Rager. He'll get only 3 there, so it... Leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Joe Schobert.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Jackson from the shotgun to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd down at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
10 yards to go.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Credit the Giants' defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
Eagles 3.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They fell last week at the hands of the Washington football team, but they've got the lead right now. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Brought down behind.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
They go play action with Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Going to give this time to the tailback. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
That catch good for only a couple.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big.
Gibson gets hit and he fumbles it. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson buying time to his left. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. And now, oh boy, that's Jonathan Taylor. He is still down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the... Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Giants. Mecole Hardman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And it's 21-3. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown.
Harrison.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Garoppolo again. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Able to hit his target, Lamb. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. He's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin in Orchard Park, an AFC East matchup between Miami and Buffalo. And it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. The Bills trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we head on over to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. The Packers looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
26. 1-yard gain. Brings up second.
On 2nd and 9. Jackson. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second down at the Eagles' 36-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson steps away to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
And an Eagle first.
They run the counter. Gibson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Out of bounds.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Philadelphia.
They run the counter. It's Gibson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
He's tackled.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He's still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
First down, Eagles.
They'll run with Samuels. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 27, Garoppolo. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. It's caught on the right side, Williams. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5. At the Giants,
working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on third and long? To throw, it's Garoppolo. And now Garoppolo lost the football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The Giants on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Forced out to his left. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off at the 15. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 41. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. To throw is Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, he just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
It's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Mike, check. 59.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 3rd and 10. Expect a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Jackson to throw. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's now 3rd and 8.
Here's Jackson. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And this time, he is in. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants add on to their lead.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
So Jimmy Garoppolo and the offense down by 15. A little under 30 seconds remaining. Their perfect start to the season in serious peril as they come up on 1st and 10. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off near his own 48. And we'll bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Giants, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Thank you.